Hello everyone, my name is Carlos Andrés Patiño and this is the speaking session number 13 of the course Intermediate English 2. Right now I'm here in class with Jimmy and Maria Jimena. So Jimmy, how are you doing? How are you today? Hello Jimmy, how are you? Maria Jimena, how are you?
Good, teacher. Are you?
Are you sick?
No.
You
A
sound
little,
like
a little sick. A
you
little.
have kind of runny nose, right?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, you sound a little bit constipated.
Since my pregnant, all the
You are
time I am sick.
okay, you are pregnant right now.
Yes.
Oh, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you,
So let's go on. Thanks for sharing that
teacher.
with us. Tell me.
Valentina is connected.
Yeah, I can see her. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So, Jimmy, can you hear me?
Yes,
Jimmy, how are you? How are you, Jimmy?
I am fine, teacher. Thanks.
Okay, thanks for answering, Jimmy. And Valentina, hello, how are you?
Hello, tutor. Hello, classmates. I'm very good. Thanks so much.
Okay, thanks for asking, Valentina. So, guys, let's start right now. Okay, let's start. So, allow me 1 second. So, this is what we're going to approach today. I'm not going to screen. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen with you before I want to go somewhere. Give me 1 second. So I'm going to share my screen with you right now. Okay, Jimmy, can you see my screen?
Yes, teacher. I can see the screen.
Okay, perfect. So guys, this is what we're going to approach today. Today we finish with the conditional sentences, and today we are going to approach the conditional 3. We already learned about conditional 0, conditional 1, and conditional 2. So today we are going to approach a little bit more about conditional 3, and we are going to practice about it, okay? So let's start with the warm-up. So the warm-up is a class.net activity that I did for you. Why? Because when you talk about conditional 3, you need to know a lot about past participle verbs. So when the verb is a regular verb, it is very easy. You just add ed and that's it. But when the verb is an irregular verb, you have to know it by heart. Okay? So what I have here for you is a practice, a very short practice. It's a game about past participle verbs, about past participle irregular verbs. So you will see the verb in the base form and the verb in past participle form. And what you need to do is to shoot. Okay? So let me show you. I have the game right here. So for example, when I send you the link, you will click on start the game. And this is very easy. You will see here that it says click to start, sorry. So you click there and you will see the verb in the base form. And you have to shoot, for example, this, melt. The past of melt is melted and the past participle is molten. So you shoot it. For example, it says stink. The past is stank, but the past participle is stank. So you shoot the verb and you go on and go on level after level. At the end of the game, you're going to have more or less maybe 10 or 12 minutes. The idea is that you go as far as possible. And at the end of the furthest level you go, you will have to type down your name, and you will have a score. And you're going to take a screenshot of the score and you're going to send it to me, okay? So give me 1 second, I want to show you that part. Valentina, you're seeing this, right? Are you seeing the screen?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so read this part for me, please, if you can see it.
Provide
Uh-huh.
your name for the
Leader.
leaderboard.
So for example, in my case, I write down my name and a number like this, okay? So then you click on OK. Okay, in this opportunity, I didn't get a score, probably because I didn't go that far. Okay, but the idea is that you go as far as possible, and at the end, you're going to send me a screenshot if you can. Okay, so give me 1 second. I'm going to send you that right now. Hello, Flor. How are you? Can you hear me?
Teacher, I am fine. Thank
So, Flor,
you.
nice to see you again. So, Flor, Valentina, Jimmy, and Maria Jimena, I already sent you the link. So, you are going to play the game for maybe between 10 and 12 minutes, okay? You are going to practice as much as possible about past participle verbs. And something that is very important, the verbs that you will see there are the verbs that I have used to design the production activity. Okay, so it's very important that you practice a lot and that you remember those verbs. So go ahead and start practicing. So I am going to wait at least 10 minutes. Okay, so go ahead. If you have any question, you can ask me, but go ahead. ¿Tienen alguna pregunta acerca del juego?
No, teacher.
Okay.
No.
Okay, I would like, okay, allow me to tell you this. Me gustaría tener un pantallazo del nivel más lejano al que ustedes vayan. Entonces, cuando empiecen cada nivel nuevo, denle un screenshot a la pantalla, en caso de que ese sea su último nivel, y me envían un pantallazo del último nivel al que llegar, ¿vale? En caso de que no les arroje score al final. So, go ahead. You have 10 minutes from now on. María Fernanda.
Hello, teacher. I'm sorry. The light is
Don't worry, Maria Fernanda. Don't worry about it. Maria Fernanda, I have sent you a link. Okay, you can see it on the chat. So I need you to click on the link. Okay?
Teacher, I can see, please.
Maria Fernanda, I sent you a link. It is on the chat. So you are going to click on the link and you're going to play a game. Okay? It's about this game. It's this game. It's about irregular verbs in past participle because that is going to be very important for today's class. So you're going to practice that first. Okay, Maria Fernanda?
Yes, teacher.
You-
Teacher, lo que
you-
ocurre es que a mí en el chat no me sale el link.
okay, I'm going to send you the link. I'm going to
Sorry.
send you the link to Skype. Okay, give me 1 second.
Yes, teacher, thank you.
Okay, it's done. So Maria Fernanda, I already sent you the link. So you're going to click on the link and then you're going to perform the activity. The idea is that you go as far as possible along the levels. La idea es que vayas, que practiques bastante entre verbos regulares e irregulares, perdón, entre verbos irregulares, entre forma base y participio pasado, y le tomes un pantallazo al nivel más lejano al que llegues, ¿ok? Como ya empezamos hace un rato, tienes más o menos 5 o 6 minutos para practicar. So go ahead.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
María Fernanda, María Jimena, Jimmy, Floremilcia, and Valentina, you have 2 more minutes, okay? 2 more
Teacher, I'm
minutes to
finished.
finish. Tell me.
Finish because llegué hasta el nivel, espérate, como el de platillos naranjas con amarillo, uno que estaba muy rápido. Igual es que no alcancé a tomar el screenshot porque se salió.
This one?
No, otro.
Further. Okay, perfect. I believe you, don't worry. And did you see a score at the end
Pero
or
es que
not?
no puedo. No, fue más de 800. El score, porque en
Okay.
el anterior iba a 710. Es el que alcancé a tomar pantallazo. Pero el otro
Okay,
no. Es que
fine.
no sé cómo no sé cómo puedo pegar la imagen y copiar y pegarla.
Try to hit.
Directa no la puedo copiar.
No? Oh,
No, en este
sorry.
computador
Okay,
no puedo
so
copiarla.
let's do this. Let's do
Con
this.
un
Don't worry.
documento de Word te la envío.
Yeah, you are going. Oh no, you can keep
¿Te
the
comparto pantalla?
No, no. You can keep the screenshot for yourselves. Mantengan el screenshot todo para ustedes, ¿ok? Y al final de la clase que les envíe el homework, entonces me envían el pantallazo por Skype, ¿vale? Mantengan el pantallazo para ustedes en caso de que igual lo necesiten para algo, les sirva, pueden mantener el link. You can use it. La actividad yo no la voy a borrar, la pueden usar algún día con sus
Ya
estudiantes
te la
para
envié.
practicar.
Un
Ok.
nivel delante de ese. Es que no le alcancé a tomar la foto. Porque es que Spiche, eso me mueve muy rápido.
Yes, that's true.
Y Spiche fue el que no era, pero sí sabía cuál era. Pero me perdí.
Don't worry, it's fine. So, guys, the rest of you, okay, Jimmy. Okay, Jimmy, again, you can keep the screenshot with you. So, María Fernanda, Floremilcia, and Valentina, you have 30 more seconds. 30 segundos más, and we are done, okay? I really hope you have practiced a lot. Okay, guys, all of you, Maria Fernanda, Maria Jimena, Jimmy, Floremilcia, and Valentina, please stop there, stop the game, take the screenshot, keep it with you. Mantengan el screenshot para ustedes, después me lo envían through Skype. And we are going to start right now, okay? Right now. So I'm going to close this, and I'm going to share my screen with you, so we can start. And I hope you have learned or practiced a lot through the game. So for example, Maria Fernanda, can you see my screen? Maria Fernanda?
Yes, teacher.
Can you see my screen, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, perfect. So we already finished the warm-up activity. Let's go on. So this is the previous knowledge that we need to have before approaching the conditional three. So we need to know about the past perfect, and we already learned about that. And we need to know about the verb would, or how to use the expression would have done. So what about past perfect? How do we use or how do we form past perfect? We need the verb had, which is the simple past of the verb have, and we need to know about past participle of regular and irregular verbs. You have learned or you have practiced because of the game about, a lot about irregular verbs in past participle, okay? And we need to know about the expression would have done. With would, which would is basically a modal verb. So we need to know about would, about how to use would, about the rules of modal verbs. Then we need to know about the verb have, because we always have to use have. And finally, you see here the verb done, which is basically a past participle of a regular or an irregular verb. Okay, so in both cases, we need past participle verbs, okay? And you have practiced a lot, so that is the reason why we did that warm-up activity. So let's go on. So this is something that you already know. This is something that you have seen before, okay? But in this opportunity, I'm not going to ask you to read that. I'm going to ask you something different. So I want you to remember the most important usage, or the usage of is conditional clause, this conditional sentence that we have approached here. So we already learned about zero conditional, first conditional, and second conditional. Today we are going to approach the third conditional, but before, I want to ask, for example, Valentina or Floremilce. When do we use the zero conditional? When? In what case? Or what is the reason why we use the zero conditional? When we want to express what? Valentina, can you hear me? Valentina, can you hear me? Flor, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Valentina, can you hear me now?
Yes, teacher. I'm sorry. It was the
Okay,
connection.
perfect. Don't worry. So this is the thing, Valentina and Flor, I want you to try to remember when do we use zero conditional, when we want to express what, or when we talk about what, the zero conditional. You have the example here, but I don't want you to read the example. What I want you to tell me is when do we use it, when we use zero conditional. So, Floremilce or Valentina, you can try to tell me something about it, please.
Pero yo no entiendo mucho.
Tell me.
Sí, no entiendo qué debo hacer.
Ok, what I just said. Lo que les estoy preguntando es ¿para qué usamos o cuándo usamos el condicional cero? So instead of, okay, you have the example here. So that is a very good help. Okay, but what I want you to tell me is when do we use it or what for? So Valentina, what do you think? What do you remember?
We use zero conditional in the present simple.
Yes, we use present
Where
simple.
exists a situation. Yes. When exists what do you say? Okay, with if and happen some after of if.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let me help you with that, okay? So let's remember something very important. Zero conditional describes a fact, okay? Something that is true, something that is real, a universal truth, something that every time happens in the same way, okay? For example, if we are in Colombia, in Cartagena or Santa Marta, and it is a sunny day, it is going to be hot. So if it is sunny, okay, the day gets hot. That is a universal truth that always happens in the same way, okay? So remember that the zero conditional is for that. Describes a fact or a regular action, something that happens every single time, okay? So let's go on. Let's go with the first conditional. So in this opportunity, I want that Jimmy or Maria Fernanda, you are going to remind me or remind us, when do we use first conditional? In what case? What is the usage?
Is when we use the word wild or cold.
The word will, like here.
Yeah, or wood.
No, wood no. Wood is for the
Cold. Excuse me, cold.
Again. Okay, let's remember something, Jimmy. When we use the zero conditional, we can use or we can use when. But the first conditional, we only use like this, simple present and future simple. We cannot change that, okay? We cannot change that. But Maria Fernanda or Jimmy, when do we use it? In what case? What is the usage?
Me, teacher. Uh, we use the first conditional when we talk about possible situations.
Okay, possible situations in one tense.
Yes, teacher.
In what tense?
Mm, describes a specific feature ever.
Yes, very good. It's a possible situation that could happen in the future. Okay, it's a possible situation that could happen in the future. So we have a high possibility or a high probability that that happens. Okay, if something else happens in the present tense, but that will happen in the future. Thank you, Maria Fernanda. Very good. Maria Jimena, finally,
Okay,
when do
teacher.
we use zero conditional?
Use the in present simple.
Excuse me, the second conditional. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
It will in past simple.
Okay, yeah, we use the past simple and the modal verb would, but in what case do we use it? We
In
use
what
it for
case?
what?
When, for example, you say that I don't know, what did you explain? If I will,
Tell me.
when you use if I will
Uh-huh.
eat the hamburger today, I don't know, maybe?
Okay, guys, let me tell you something. Remember, I already sent you the presentations about zero, first, and second conditional. So I need you to check the presentation so you never forget the usage. Remember that maybe I was trying to be emphatic on the usage and on the grammar. It's the same as the modal verbs. Okay, it is very important to know about the usage more than the translation, for example. So again, the zero conditional is for a universal true. Okay, it's something that happens every time. It's a regular action. That is zero conditional. The first conditional is that Maria Fernanda said. It's about a possibility of a future event in the future. Okay, now when do we use the second conditional? The second conditional basically describes an imaginary situation, a hypothetical situation that could happen in the present or the future, but it's a situation that is unlikely. That could happen, but it's unlikely. Okay? That is basically the difference. So it could happen, but there is a low probability or a low possibility that it would happen. So I told you that, or I asked you that, because it's very important that we establish a difference among the different conditionals that we have. Okay? So let's go on. So for example, guys, do you have any questions so far about the conditionals? About zero, first, or second conditional? Okay, let me state you that in Spanish real quick. El condicional cero lo usamos para verdades universales, para describir acciones que siempre suceden de la misma forma. Como ustedes ven el ejemplo, si llueve, el césped se moja. That happens every time. Es algo universal, es una situación que siempre se da de la misma forma. ¿Cuándo usamos first conditional? Lo usamos para cuando hay una posibilidad o se describe un evento que va a suceder o que puede suceder en el futuro. ¿Ok? Es diferente del cero condicional porque no describe un hecho, no describe algo que siempre pasa, sino describe una posibilidad que puede pasar en el futuro. Si hacemos algo. Like the example, if the children study hard, they will get good grades. So it's a possibility of getting the good grades in the future if they study hard, ¿ok? Y finalmente, second conditional, when do we use it? Lo usamos, el segundo condicional se usa para situaciones hipotéticas que son poco probables, pero que existe una posibilidad mínima de que sucedan, ¿ok? For example, if I earned a lot of money, I would buy a new car. So right now, en este momento, no existe la posibilidad de que yo gane muchísimo dinero, ¿ok? Pero es algo que podría pasar más adelante. Entonces, aunque es poco probable, aunque es hypothetical or imaginary, es algo que podría pasar. There is a low probability but could happen. Hay una baja posibilidad de que suceda, pero podría pasar, okay? So guys, I really hope you have that very clear in your mind, because today we're going to approach the last conditional, and it is a little bit different, okay? So let's go on with the third conditional. So I want that, Flor Emilce, you are going to read this part. Third conditional or conditional 3, you are going to read the usage, please.
It describes hypothetical past situation in which it is too late to change anything.
Very good. It describes a hypothetical past situations in which it is too late to change anything. So this is also hypothetical, but there is a huge difference, okay, if we compare third conditional to the second conditional, because second conditional was hypothetical, but it was unlikely, it was imaginary, but there it was a very small chance or little chance that something could happen. But when we talk about, third conditional, it is too late to change anything, okay? And it is in the past. And the second conditional was in the present or future. Entonces, el segundo condicional y el tercero se parecen en que ambas situaciones son hipotéticas. La diferencia es que el condicional 2 tienes alguna posibilidad de que eso suceda, muy chiquita, pero podría suceder en el presente o el futuro. Mientras que el condicional 3, al ser una situación hipotética del pasado, ya no se puede cambiar because we don't have a time machine to go to the past. No tenemos la máquina del tiempo para ir al pasado y cambiar las cosas. That is the reason why it is too late to change anything. It's hypothetical but in the past, so we cannot change it. Solo podemos imaginar qué hubiera pasado si algo fuera diferente, pero no hay nada que podamos hacer al respecto. Así nos ganemos la lotería y seamos very powerful and very wealthy, we cannot change the past. Nadie puede cambiar el pasado. So let's go on. Valentina, read this part. Valentina.
Hello?
Okay, Valentina, read this part, please. This sentence.
There is zero possibility.
Yeah, very good. There is zero possibility because there is not any chance that we can do something about it. Very good. And Valentina, could you please read this part?
You use it to imagine results of something that didn't happen.
Very good. You use it to imagine results of something that did not happen in the past. So basically you use the third conditional to imagine a different past. So guys, remember that. That is very important. Segundo condicional, situaciones hipotéticas en presente o futuro, baja posibilidad, pero podrían pasar. Mientras the third conditional is very different. Why? Porque con el third conditional ustedes imaginan o tratan de imaginar un pasado diferente. We cannot change that. Lo único que no podemos cambiar el pasado, lo único que podemos hacer es imaginar que algo pudo haber sido diferente. Okay? So that is the reason why. It is very different. So guys, this is what you're going to do. I want you to check the scheme. I want you to check the structure of the third conditional and the examples. You have like 30 seconds. So go ahead, you're going to check this structure and this one. And then the examples. You have 30 seconds from now on. Okay, guys, let's go on. So, it is very easy actually. Okay, so we can start in this way, as you can see here. We can use the if clause. Remember that we can use the if clause either on the first or second part of the sentence, or it can be here on the first part, or on the second part. So in this opportunity, we have the if clause in past perfect. Okay, so we need the verb had and we need the past participle of a verb. And then we are going to use the result class or the consequence plus the verb would, then the verb have, because after the modal verb in the base form. And after that, we need a verb in the past participle form. Okay. So, for example, I want that Jimmy, you're going to read the first one. This one.
Studied more, I would have passed the test.
Jimmy, could you please read that again? I couldn't hear you. Say that again, please.
Yeah, it is if I had studied more,
We have studied more.
I would have passed the test.
Okay, repeat after me. If I had studied more.
If I had studied more.
Good. I would have passed the test.
I would have passed the test.
Very good. So let's remember that the E doesn't sound. That is very good. So let's go on. For example, I want that Maria Fernanda, you're going to read this one.
Next sentence, teacher.
Yeah, next, please.
If she had enough money to pay, she would not have run away.
Yeah, very good. Repeat after me. If she'd had enough money to pay.
If she'd had enough money to pay,
she wouldn't have run away.
She wouldn't have run away.
Repeat after me. Run away.
Run away.
Yeah, run away.
She
Very good.
have run away.
Yeah, very good. Thank you very much. So, guys, I want to challenge you. I want you to do me a favor, a very important favor. So, this is not something that we are going to keep doing, but Jimmy, I want you to try your best and translate the sentence you just read into Spanish, please. So, go ahead. Jimmy, you are going to translate what you just read for us.
Yo, si hubiese estudiado más, yo habría pasado la evaluación.
Okay, say that again.
Teacher, you can hear me?
Yeah, please, say that again.
Si yo hubiese estudiado o si hubiese estudiado más, yo podría...
Quítale el podría.
Habría aprobado.
Very good. Go on. Say that again, please.
Teacher, you can hear me? I don't understand.
Okay, don't worry. Say that again from the beginning.
Okay. Si hubiese estudiado más, yo habría aprobado la evaluación.
Very good. That is very, very good, Jimmy. Thank you very much. Very good job. And Maria Fernanda, I want you to do the same. So please translate this for us into Spanish.
Si ella hubiera tenido suficiente dinero para pagar, ella no habría corrido lejos. No habría
huido. Very good. Ella no habría huido. That is perfect. Thank you very much, Maria Fernanda. Maria Fernanda and Jimmy, you did a very good translation. So thank you so much. So Maria Jimena, now I want you to read this part, please.
I have passed the test if I study more.
Very good. And what is the translation for that?
Si ella pasara el test, ¿ella estudiaría más?
No, it says I.
Lo siento, sí. Si ella... Ay, mentiras.
No.
Si ella no. Yo podría...
No. So, Maria Jimena, remember something.
No.
This apostrophe and the D means would, okay? That means
would. Por eso si yo, I would. ¿Se puede?
Remember what Maria Fernanda and Jimmy just said. They did a very good job.
Sí, quieto, papá. Si ella, no, sorry. I would have.
Remember the T.
Habría.
Ajá.
Yo habría.
Yes.
Yo habría pasado el test si estuviera estudiando más.
Very good. Si hubiera estudiado más.
Me
Perfect.
unblock
Very
por
good.
el momento.
Don't worry, María Jimena. We are just warming up. Apenas estamos empezando. No te afanes. Let's go on. Flor Emilce, read the last one, please.
She would have run away if she had enough money to pay.
Very good. She wouldn't, repeat after me, she wouldn't have run away
She wouldn't have run away
if she'd had enough money to pay.
if she had enough money to pay.
That is very good. So, Flor Emilce, what is the translation for that, please?
Claro, hubiera huido si ella hubiera
Flor Emilce, sorry, give me 1 second. María Jimena, we are hearing you. Please deactivate the mic.
Ay, sorry.
Don't worry. So, Flor, go ahead. Read that again into Spanish.
Okay. Ella no hubiera ido, ella no habría huido
Ajá.
si ella tuviera con qué pagar.
Tuviera suficiente dinero para pagar.
Tuviera suficiente dinero para pagar.
Yeah, very good, Flor, because that is basically the meaning, okay? So, guys, I know that, okay, we have right now 2 examples here and the same 2 examples here, because remember, it doesn't matter if clause goes at the beginning or at the end. The meaning doesn't change. The meaning is the same, okay? So, do you have any questions so far? Maria Fernanda, Maria Jimena, Jimmy, Flor, or Valentina, do you have any questions at all?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay, thank you. So let's go on. So let's remember something. The previous class, we did a very challenging practice. It was a little bit difficult and you did a very good job with the practice activity. So in this opportunity, we have a practice activity that is a little bit, it is even tougher. It is even more difficult, more challenging for you. Okay, so I need you to try your best. And remember, you have to remember some of the verbs you just practiced during the warm-up activity. Okay, so let's start. So this is the practice. It is actually not that difficult, okay? But what I need you to do is the same. You are not seeing any verb, you are not seeing any picture. What I need you is that you imagine the best verb that fits there, okay? A verb that makes sense regarding the situation. So you are going to read the complements of the sentences or the complements of each clause, and you're going to tell me, okay, the verb that fits there. Okay, don't worry if you can't. I can help you a little bit. So take a look at the examples, take a look at the content that you can see, and in 1 minute we start. So go ahead. You have 1 minute to think about it. And if anyone knows how to complete the first sentence, please let me know. Remember that you have the if clause at the beginning and then the would have done. So you have to start with the past perfect here and would have and then the verb in past participle. So it is very easy because you know already that you have to add had, the verb in past participle, and here would, have, and the verb in past participle. So it is actually very easy. I mean, you know more you know many words about what you should say or you should write on the blanks.
Teacher,
Tell me, Jimmy.
I want
You want to
the
go ahead
figure.
with the first one? Okay, go ahead.
For example, he had a winner, the water.
The wager. Okay. Say that again, Jimmy, please.
If I had winner,
Okay, Jimmy, it's not winner. Winner means like ganador. Okay, the verb is win. So what is the past participle of win?
win is a winner,
No, repeat after me. Won.
wine.
Won.
Ah, yeah, this is a very irregular.
Yeah, an irregular verb. So Jimmy and all of you, Maria Fernanda, Maria Jimena, Flora, and Valentina, remember, in this opportunity, you will have to use irregular verbs. So that is the reason why I designed the warm-up activity for you. So you have to try to remember as many verbs as possible. Recuerden, el warm-up lo hicimos porque les va a servir de mucho los verbos irregulares acá. So most of the time we are going to use irregular verbs. Maybe we have one or two regular verbs. So Jimmy, very good job. If I had won the wager, okay, go on.
I would have make
Make. No, you cannot say make.
buy
Jimmy, sorry. Yeah, that's correct. Go ahead.
buy a new flat.
Okay, Jimmy, we have buy, sorry, buy.
Buy,
But it's
yeah,
not buy, because remember, you have to use the verb in past participle. So buy is the present or the base form. What is the past participle of the verb buy?
is both. I don't know.
Repeat after me. Bought.
Ah, yeah, both,
Bought.
both.
Very good, Jimmy. Very, very good performance, man. So repeat after me. If I had won the wager,
If I
Jimmy, sorry, I couldn't hear you. Can you hear me?
yeah, teacher.
Okay, say that again. If I had won the wager,
If I had won the wager,
I would have bought a new flat.
I would.
Sorry, Jimmy, we lost you again. Can you hear me?
The second part or
The
the
second
full?
part. I would have bought a new flat.
I would have bought a new flat.
Very good. I would have bought a new flat. Very good, Jimmy. One last question. What is a flat? What is the meaning of flat?
Flat is with como el piso.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's piso, but it's not piso
Maybe
in
it's apartment.
Colombian Spanish. Tell me.
Maybe it's apartment.
Yeah, that is also apartment. Okay, let me tell you the difference and why it could be piso. The thing is that is this. Flat is apartment, but in British English, okay? But why sometimes you can say piso? Lo que sucede es que la palabra piso en España se usa para decir apartamento, ¿ok? Algunas veces. Entonces, por ejemplo, vas a un edificio y tú dices, no, es que yo quiero comprar un piso acá. And in Colombian, we would say, hey, yo quiero comprar un apartamento en este edificio. But in Spain, they say piso. So, it could mean apartment, but it also could mean piso. Pero piso no refiriéndose al piso, sino a un lugar como un apartamento. So, Jimmy and Maria Jimena, very good job. So, Jimmy, very, very good job with completing the example, completing the sentence. So, who wants to go next?
María Jimena.
Maria Jimena, go ahead.
Okay. If I have left Amy on Sunday.
Left, okay, yeah.
It is the left. Yes,
Yeah,
left.
yeah. Okay, I was thinking about something else, but okay. Let's go on to see if this works out, okay? If this works out. Go ahead.
Okay. If
it's
I
gone.
have left Emmy on Sunday, I will have.
Uh-huh.
Uh, wait, I don't remember the house. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can just stay there.
I will
Good.
have uh, get sorry, get okay, gotten her to the stay house.
Okay, but okay, Maria
Gotten
Jimena,
to her or
it is
gotten?
it is grammatically correctly. It is
Yeah.
correct in a grammar way, but no, it doesn't make sense. So
I
let me help you. Tell
let me
me.
change the word, the verb, yes?
Tell me.
Need change the word?
Yeah. So let me help you. So here, okay, let's already delete this. It's not gotten. And here, Maria Jimena, what is the past participle of the verb see? Sorry, see no, see.
Sí. What is she?
See, so, and the past participle
Sí.
again.
Sin.
Seen.
Sen.
Very good. Sen. Very good. So read that and give me the second part, the consequence clause. If I had
Okay.
seen Amy on Sunday,
If I had seen Emmy on Sunday, I would have spoken. No.
no,
Gotten, no. Gotten is
no,
no.
no. Okay, let me help you. I was thinking about
Okay.
an irregular verb, but you can also use the regular verb invite.
Prepare it?
No,
No, I don't know, teacher.
use invite.
Invite.
Invite, uh-huh. So, for
Uh,
example, when your husband invites you to the movies. So,
yeah.
go ahead and complete the sentence with the verb invite.
Invite. No, teacher.
Okay,
Oh,
let
no.
me help you. Invite.
Invited.
Invite. Invite.
We did.
So, please, that invite is in the base form. What do I do in order that we see the past participle form?
Past participle.
Yeah.
Inviting? No.
Yes, very good. Invited. So please read the full sentence for us, the whole sentence for us.
Uh, if I had seen Emmy on Sunday, I would have invited her to the stick house.
Very good. If I had seen Amy on Sunday, I would have invited her to the steakhouse. That is very good. It's like, hey, if, for example, I can say to my girlfriend, hey, if I had seen you on Sunday, I would have invited you to the movies. But because I didn't see you, I had to go by myself. Something like that. So, Maria Jimena, very good job. Thank you very much. So, who wants to go next with number 3? Who wants to go next? Valentina, go ahead.
I don't sure.
Okay,
That's it.
Valentina, let me help you with something. When I created this activity, I was thinking about uh, a negative statement, something in a negative way.
What?
Negative,
In negative way?
yeah. So let me
If
help you
you
a little bit more. Valentina, imagine that you eat too much or that you drink too much. Okay, go ahead.
if you
So you drink too much, you feel sick, or you eat too much, you feel sick. So go ahead.
if you
It's negative.
drank,
No, remember, negative, and you have to use the past
if you
perfect.
hadn't, if you had drunk,
Valentina, say that again. Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Say that again.
Okay. If you had drunk,
Okay, but remember, negative.
had not,
Okay, if you had not drunk, okay.
He's drunk.
yes, it's drunk. It's drunk or drunk?
Yeah, drunk. Drunk.
Yes, it's drunk.
I mean, the pronunciation is drunk, okay?
Yes, but
Drunk.
it's drunk.
Yeah. Go on, Valentina.
If you
had not drunk that much, you
not drunk, you would have, you couldn't have
have.
get sick.
Yeah, that is very good, but you cannot say get. What is the past participle of get?
Got.
Okay, you can say got. That is one way, but you can also say gotten. Okay, gotten. So Valentina, read that again, please.
If you drank that much, you gotten sick.
Very good. So Valentina, let's read it again, but we are going to use a contraction here. So let's add a contraction here. Read that again, please.
If you hadn't drunk that much, you wouldn't have gotten sick.
Very good. But remember, because that already happened, because it's in the past, we cannot do anything about it. We cannot change anything about that. Valentina, very good job. So let's go on with Maria Fernanda of Floremilce. Who wants to go next?
Me, teacher, María Fernanda.
Maria Fernanda, go ahead. This one. So imagine, Maria Fernanda, sorry that I interrupt you. Imagine that, for example, you know a person who wants to be a teacher, but that person cannot be a teacher because that person never went to college, to university. So go ahead.
Okay, teacher. If I had gone to university, I would have spoken a teacher.
No.
Seen a teacher.
No. It's like, remember, it's like that person who is saying the sentence wants to be a teacher, wants to have a job as a teacher. So what is that verb in English? When you want to be someone, what is the verb?
Talk.
No.
I don't understand, teacher.
Tell me.
I don't understand.
Okay, don't worry. Let me try to say this. So this goes for everyone. What verb do we use when we want to be someone else? What is the verb that we use? For example, if I want to be a pilot, but I don't want to say I want to be a pilot, there is a verb for that. What verb can I use? Valentina, Jim, Maria Jimena, and Flor.
Been.
What verb? Again?
Study.
No.
Been.
No. Again? It's a verb that you use when you want to be someone, when you wish to be someone. You want to?
Teach?
Want. Become.
Become. And remember, the simple present of the base form is become, and the past participle is also become. So become means, Maria Fernanda, what is the meaning of become? What is the translation for become, Maria Fernanda?
Volver, teacher.
No, that is come, but this is become. So who wants to help? What is the translation of become? Who wants to help?
Volverse.
Convertirse.
Convertirse, volverse, llegar a ser. Okay, very good. So
Okay.
this person wants to llegar a ser a teacher. So Maria Fernanda, could you please read the full sentence for us?
Okay, teacher. If I had gone to university, I would have become a teacher.
Very good. Or you can also say, if I had gone to university, I would have become an engineer. If I had gone to university, I would have become an attorney or something else. Okay, any profession. Okay, but in this context, any profession that you have to go to university to be or to become that. So, Maria Fernanda, very good job. So, Flora Milce, let's go ahead with you.
The 7.
Okay, yeah, this one. Flor, this one is a little bit tricky. It's a little bit difficult, so let me help you, okay?
Yes, it's
Because we
difficult.
are because we are using it, we are using it, we are not going to talk about a person, we are going to talk about a situation. And the situation is the rain.
Yes.
The rain. So tell me the sentence with the word with the verb rain. Go ahead.
If it
No.
had rained, I I would had mm,
How do you say
mm,
mojarte in English?
mojarme. No sé. Mojar.
Okay, you can use the verb
The
wet.
wheat. The wheat.
Again.
The wheat.
Get wet. Okay, get wet. But in past
Get wet.
participle, in past participle,
Go? No. No sé. Yes, go.
you can use
Spelling is
got.
the same, but the
Tell me,
pronunciation is
Maria
different.
Jimena. Maria Jimena, say that again.
The spelling is the same.
Yeah, you can use
W
got or you can use gotten. Okay,
different.
either way is fine. You can use got, that is past participle, or you can use gotten. So, Florimilce, read that again, please.
If it had rained, I would have gotten wet.
Repeat after me. If it had rained,
If it had rained,
I would have gotten wet.
I would have gotten wet.
Very good. So what happens here? If we say that in the third conditional, it's because it didn't rain in the past. It didn't rain. I'm just thinking about what would have happened if it would have rained or if it had rained. So remember, in this opportunity, I didn't get wet because it didn't rain. So Maria, Flor, sorry, Flor, one more challenge for you. I want you to say that again, but in a negative way. Go ahead. In a negative way. The same.
La siguiente, ¿cierto?
No, the same one, but in a negative way.
Okay. I hadn't
Uh-huh.
Ryan. Yes. You would had would ¿cómo es que se dice?
Oh, repeat after me. If I hadn't, sorry, if it hadn't rained,
If it hadn't rained,
again, if it hadn't rained, I wouldn't have gotten wet.
I wouldn't have gotten wet.
Very good. So let's go on with who wants to go next? Who wants to try the next one?
If it hadn't rained, I wouldn't hadn't gotten wet.
Very good, Flor. So, very good. Thank you very much. You did a very good job with the negative way. So, in this first, you said the first one was si hubiera llovido, yo me habría mojado. And the second one, si no hubiera llovido, yo no me habría mojado. So, very good job, Flor Emilce. So, let's go on with the next one. Who wants to try the next one?
I want the last.
You want the last. Okay, go ahead with the last one, Jimmy.
For example, I if I had a rod
Sorry, Jimmy. What is rose?
rod.
Okay, but it's not like this, road.
Yeah.
Okay, but remember, road is the past. You have to use the past participle. What is the past participle?
This is the form in past, no?
Yeah,
Rod.
but remember, this is not past, this is past perfect. So you need to use the verbs in past participle. So let me show you, Jimmy. Let me show you so you can. Yeah, for example, in this opportunity, right. Give me 1 second, right. Give me 1 second, let me zoom up. Okay, this is for everyone. So Jimmy, repeat after me. Right. Road. Ridden. So right is the present or the base form, road is the past, and ridden is the past participle. It says here you can see this past tense road and past participle ridden. So that is the difference, okay? But don't worry, Jimmy, you are doing a very good job. Give me 1 second. So let's go on, Jimmy. Go ahead. If I
had ridden
in
that horse,
no, not in that horse.
I would have won.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking about something else.
Yeah, for example, a career
Don't worry, Jimmy, because it works in a very good way. If I had ridden that horse, I would have won. Jimmy, repeat after me. Would. Would. Remember, you never say the L. Would. So repeat after me. I would have won.
I would have won.
Now a little bit faster. I would have won.
I would have won.
Very good. Very good. You're improving. Don't worry. So if I had ridden that horse, I would have won. That is a very good sentence. So who wants to try this one?
Me, Valentina.
Valentina, go ahead.
If you... Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. I hear you.
Okay. If you had...
Yes.
Pushed me.
Wow. Okay.
I would have fallen into the pit.
Okay, if you had pushed me, I would have fallen into the pit. Wow, Valentina, that is perfect. But that is a little bit cruel,
Yeah.
you know? If you had pushed me, I would have fallen into the pit. That is a little bit cruel, but it's a very, very good job. But Valentina, let me try to challenge you, okay? Let me try to do it a little bit difficult for you. Just a little bit. I know you will do it. Valentina, try to use the verb, instead of push, try to use the verb hold. Hold.
Okay.
So what is the past participle of the verb hold?
Hold is holden. Held.
Very good. So now you have to do this, but it's going to be a negative clause. So try to do it. I
would not have fallen fallen into the pit?
That is very good. So Valentina, read that again, please.
Okay. If you had held me, I would not have fallen into the pit.
That is very good. It's like, for example, imagine, Valentina, that you are walking around the pit, okay, and you are with a friend, and
Yes.
you are about to fall into the pit, and the friend, your friend, instead of helping you, instead of holding you, your friend moves away because your friend doesn't want to fall into the pit. So you say, hey, if you had held me, I would not have fallen into the pit. That is
Yes.
very, very good. So, guys, you're doing a very good job. Valentina and Jimmy, thank you very much. So let's go on with this one. But in this opportunity, you have the is clause at the second part of the sentence. So let's go ahead. Maria Jimena, Floremilce, or Maria Fernanda, who wants to start? This one is going to be more even easier for you because you already did a very good job with the previous slide. So go ahead. So let me help you with this. The verb here could be the verb spill. Go ahead. So Maria Jimena, Floremilce, or Maria Fernanda, who wants to try that one?
No, teacher.
Okay, Maria Fernanda, go ahead. Remember, the verb that fits there is spill.
Um, I I would have speed speed
Spilled. Very good. Spilled. Uh-huh. Go on.
my be- beverage
Repeat after me. Beverage.
beverage.
Beverage. Uh-huh.
If you had hadn't run that fast,
No.
no,
Run.
uh,
Okay.
run.
Run. Okay, let's use the verb drive. Okay, drive, like in a car. Go ahead.
Okay. If you hadn't driven, driven,
Driven, very good, driven. So, Maria Fernanda, read the full sentence.
it would have spilled my beverage
Uh-huh.
if you hadn't driven that fast.
Okay, Maria Fernanda, let me tell you something. The sentence is grammatically correct. It's very good, but it doesn't have a lot of sense. Okay, why? Because you are saying something good here and something bad here. So the conditional clause is kind of bad, but the consequence clause is okay. This is bad, and this is a little bit different. This is a very different consequence. Okay, this is basically negative, but this is good because you shouldn't drive that fast. But
It
this is bad.
is negative.
Yeah, this one should be negative. Go on.
Okay, teacher. It would have. It would. It would not have
Go on.
spilled my beverage if you
Uh-huh.
haven't driven the fast. Teacher,
That's yeah.
one
Tell me.
question. One question.
Yeah.
If first part is negative, the second part is negative.
No, it is not mandatory. No, it's not a rule. Okay, you just have to consider the meaning of the verbs. Okay, the meaning of the verbs. What it is important is that the okay in this opportunity, what happens first is this. What always happens first is this. Okay, and this is the consequence. This is the conditional clause, and this is the consequence. So this goes first, and this goes later or after that, or as a consequence for that. Okay, but What you have to really consider is the meaning of the verbs. No quiere decir que si una cláusula o la if clause va negativa, la otra va a ir también negativa. No. Tienen que tener en cuenta el verbo. Okay? For example, here, let me try to show you. Okay, Valentina said, if you had held me, I would not fallen into the pit. Si tú me hubieras sostenido, no habría caído en el pozo. So, you can see here, this is negative and this is affirmative. Entonces, ves una negativa con una afirmativa. You have to consider to pay attention to the meaning of the verb, okay? But in this opportunity, you have negative and again negative. But in this opportunity, it's different. It says, yo no habría derramado mi bebida si tú no hubieras manejado tan rápido. So in this opportunity, you use a negative in both of them in order that makes sense. Okay? But it's not mandatory. You don't have to do it all the time. Is that okay with you, Maria Fernanda?
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Let's go on. So the next one is going to be Flor Emilce or Maria Jimena.
Teacher.
Tell me, Flor. Go ahead.
Okay. You would have done the essay on time if you had gone.
At what? Excuse me?
Had gone earlier.
Had gone. Okay, had gone, that could work. Yeah, it's a very good example. But imagine it's a synonym of start. A synonym of the verb start.
Begin.
No. No, it's a synonym of the verb start. How do you say start, but as an irregular verb?
No remember, teacher.
Repeat after me, begin.
Yes.
Repeat after me, begin.
Begin.
And what is the past participle for begin?
Begonnen? Huh?
Repeat after me, began.
Begun.
Yeah, it's begin, began, began. Okay, so say that again, please.
You would have done the same on time if you had begun earlier.
Good, but you know, Flor, instead of using done, why don't we use the verb right? Okay,
gone.
So how do you use?
No?
Again?
Gone. Podemos cambiarlo por gone.
Yeah, no, but not gone. The verb right. So what is the past participle of the verb right?
Writing.
Written. Repeat after me. Written.
Written.
So repeat after me. I would have written the essay on time.
I would have written the essay on time.
If you had begun earlier.
If you had begun earlier.
Sorry, Flora, I made a mistake. Repeat after me. You would have written the essay on time.
You would have written the essay on time.
If you had begun earlier.
If you had begun earlier.
That is very good. So, Flor, remember, the word is would. You always have to say would. You don't have to pronounce the L. Never say would. Would. Okay, without the L. And without the O. Yeah, would. Very good. So let's go on. Maria Jimena, your turn. Go ahead. Maria Jimena, let me help you. The verb that fits there is the verb draw. Draw. Because it's a sketch. Draw. Go ahead.
I would have the river.
Oh, the verb is draw.
Draw
like draw a picture. Or draw a sketch. or draw a scheme, or draw a line.
Okay. I will have drop. No,
No,
drop. Oh, okay. Draw. Drew.
no.
Draw.
Drawn,
It's drawn.
drawn.
I would have
So
drawn a better sketch
sketch,
is if they had taken me. No, taken
no.
me.
Imagine that they are teachers.
They not teach.
Imagine that they are teachers. So what do they do if they are teachers?
Help.
Again, teach. Good. And what is the past participle for teach?
Teach. We did teach it.
No. Teach is
Taught.
an irregular verb. It's in the activity.
Touch.
No.
Taught. Taught.
Again.
Taught.
Read after me. Taught.
Talk.
Yeah, taught.
Talked.
Yeah. So you don't have to say this.
Taught.
Okay? So taught. Very good. So say that again, Maria Jimena.
I would have drawn a better sketch if they had taught me.
If they had taught me, very good, very good. Because if they don't, if they don't teach you, you cannot draw a better or a very good sketch. Very good, very very good. Let's go on with who wants to go next between Jimmy and Valentina.
I, teacher. Me.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Is you have lost the
Okay, Jimmy.
case.
So sorry, I made a mistake here. Let me help you with that, okay? Because there is something that is missing here. Hay algo que nos falta acá para que te pueda ayudar. Like this. Okay?
I imagine that similar.
Okay, go ahead.
Is you had.
Now remember, you have to start with this. Would.
What?
You have to start with would, Jimmy, because the consequence clause goes first.
Okay.
Would,
And that is
yeah.
you would have go is goes gone
Gone. Very good. Gone. Go ahead.
to jail if you about that.
Say that again, Jimmy.
If you'd spoken to the judge about that.
The judge about that. Okay, Jimmy, let me try to suggest something, okay? Just a suggestion. In order that we make this very interesting. Jimmy, what is the past participle of the verb lie?
Like like gustar.
No, that is like lie.
Lie. Morir.
No, that is die. Lie.
Yeah. Lie.
Lie.
Is like that.
Or repeat after me. Lane.
Lane.
Lane, very good. So Jimmy, we are missing something here. So please complete this part. If you.
You lane
No, if
to the
you.
hood.
If you.
If you had. If you had lane to the hood about that.
The judge about that. So Jimmy, please read that again.
You would have gone to jail if you had lain to the judge about that.
Repeat after me. If you had lain to the judge about that.
If you had lain to the judge about that.
Very good, Jimmy. So it is very important that you never lie to the judge, because if you do it, you could go to jail. So this person didn't do it in the past, so the person didn't go to jail. But if a person would have gone, excuse me, a person would have gone to jail if that person had lied to the judge about that, about what happened, about anything, okay? Very good work, Jimmy. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's go on. Who wants to go next? Valentina, you can try the next one.
Okay. I wouldn't have wouldn't
I wouldn't have
traveled
traveled, okay.
the bus if my
But you cannot,
car
sorry,
had
Valentina, you cannot say travel the bus. There is
okay,
another word.
say,
It's also with a T.
mm,
How do you say get on the bus? But not
trip.
get, another verb.
No, is another take taken the bus if my car had turned it on.
Hey, repeat after me. Turned on. Repeat after
Turn
me. Turned
on.
on. Say that again. Turned on.
Turned on.
Read the full sentence, please, Valentina.
Have taken the bus if my had turned it on.
Very good. I wouldn't have taken the bus if my car had turned on. So, guys, I already have one example from each of you. So let's go on with the production activity, okay? Let's go on with this part. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I want to erase this. Okay, guys, this is going to be a little bit challenging. So this is what is going to happen. In this opportunity, what I want you to do, okay, is that you're going to try to do something from Spanish to English, okay? So this is what is going to happen. I'm going to say one question in Spanish, and I want that you do your best to say the question in English. But we are going to work on that all at the same time, and then we are going to answer the questions. So this is the first one. So I want you to remember, if you want, you can write it down, okay? But the idea is that you give me the question in English. Okay, so let's go ahead. So, voy a decir una pregunta en español, ok, con el third conditional, and ustedes la van a pasar a inglés with the third conditional. You are going to do your best. Quien tenga la pregunta, por favor, me la dice, ¿ok? No les voy a decir si está bien o mal porque me gustaría escuchar al menos 2 o 3 versiones de cada pregunta. Si tienen la misma, no pasa nada, la vuelven a decir, ¿ok? And then we are going to answer the questions. So, you can try to remember or you can write it down. Pueden tratar de recordar lo que diga o lo pueden escribir en un papel, ¿ok? So, this is the first one. Esta es la primera pregunta. Dice, ¿qué nombre habrías escogido si tú hubieras tenido un nombre diferente? ¿Qué nombre habrías escogido si tú hubieras tenido un nombre diferente? So think about it and try to give me the question in English. Remember, third conditional. So if anyone has the question, please let me know.
Me.
Who said me? Valentina, go ahead. What is the question? Go ahead.
What name would you have
Go on.
choose
Again.
chosen
Chosen.
if you had a different name?
Again, if you had
Name.
Okay, you're missing
Has
something.
yet gotten a
No.
different name?
Si hubieras
No.
tenido.
Hmm.
How do you say tener?
Have.
Have. And in past? Sorry, in past participle?
Haven't.
No.
Had.
Had. Very good. Thank you, Jimmy. If you had, go on, Valentina.
A different name.
Very good. A different name. Valentina, that is perfect. Very good job. So let me do something here real quick. Sorry for this. Okay, this one. This one will do it. Valentina, very good job. So let's go on with another example of a question. And Valentina, you are going to be in the bench. Okay, I'm going to bench you for a second. And Maria Fernanda, Maria Jimena, Jimmy, and Flor Emilce are going to try to help me with that. Okay, this is the next one. This is the next one. ¿En qué país tú habrías nacido si tú hubieras nacido, perdón, si tú no hubieras nacido en Colombia? ¿En qué país habrías nacido si tú no hubieras nacido en Colombia? This one is a little bit, it's kind of tougher, it's a little bit more difficult, porque tiene, la primera parte es afirmativa, la segunda es negativa. ¿En qué país habrías tú nacido si no hubieras nacido en Colombia? Go ahead, who has the question?
Me, teacher.
Okay, who said me? Maria Fernanda, right?
Which country? Which country?
Okay, very good. Which country? But you have to say what country, okay? Remember what country, because you don't have options. Nosotros usamos which cuando tenemos opciones. O sea, which traduce cuál y what traduce qué. Pero usamos which cuando tenemos options to choose. Okay? For example, if I show you, si te digo 5 países y te digo cuál país, I use which because you have some options. Pero cuando no tienes opciones, dices siempre what. Okay? What country?
You would have.
Remember that you have to start with the modal verb.
What country would you have been born?
Very good. Been born.
If you had no, if you hadn't been born in Colombia. At Colombia, in Colombia,
In
at
Colombia.
Colombia.
You never say at Colombia. In Colombia. In Colombia. So, for example, Maria Jimena, what do you think about the question? Is that correct?
I'm not sure.
You don't know. Okay, Jimmy, what do you think about the question? Do you think that is correct?
No, teacher. I
Not
don't
correct.
think that is.
You don't know. Okay.
correct.
Okay, don't worry. Flor Emilce, what about you? What do you think about the question about Maria Fernanda's question? Is that correct?
No, it's correct, teacher.
Why?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Debe ir in which country?
No. What country is correct? I already said why. Okay?
Teacher, I think the same about the question.
No.
Not is correct.
No, you have to say what. Chicos, let me say that in Spanish real quick. La palabra what significa dos cosas en español básicamente. ¿Qué y cuál? La mayoría de las veces significa qué, pero significa cuál cuando no tenemos elección. Es decir, tú no dices cuál es tu nombre, en español tú no usas which para preguntar, tú no dices which is your name, tú dices what's your name. ¿Por qué usas la palabra what? Porque tú no tienes opciones, ¿ok? No tienes opciones de respuesta, puede ser cualquier nombre. ¿Ok? Uno usa which cuando tiene opciones. Por ejemplo, que yo les ponga 10 colores, 5 colores acá enfrente. Blue, yellow, white, purple and black. Y les pregunto, ¿cuál color? Ahí sí sería which, porque tienen opciones. Pero en este caso, que la pregunta es general, ¿cuál país tú nacerías, perdón, tú habrías nacido si no hubieras nacido en Colombia? Como no tenemos opciones, usamos what. ¿Ok? Esa
Ok.
confusión yo la he visto también con mis estudiantes. Entonces, siempre les recalco, what puede traducir qué o puede traducir cuál. ¿Ok? Y which traduce cuál, pero si lo usamos cuando tenemos opciones de respuesta. ¿Ok? Cuando tenemos opciones de respuesta. Por ejemplo, que yo te pregunte, ok, Jimmy, ¿tú con qué pie le pegas al balón? Tienes dos opciones, right or left. Entonces ahí usamos which. ¿Ok? Pero no sé, si te pregunto cuál deporte te gusta, no uso la palabra which, porque yo no tengo opciones, lo estoy diciendo en general y hay 50 deportes en este planeta, o tal vez menos. Entonces ahí en ese caso de cuál deporte, no uso la palabra which, sino uso la palabra what. Okay? And by the way, the question that Maria Fernanda asked for us, that Maria Fernanda made for us, is perfect. The question is perfect. Okay? So I want to ask you the questions, guys. So I'm going to start with Maria Jimena. Maria Jimena, first question. Maria Jimena, what name would you have chosen if you had had a different name?
If I have a different name,
Uh-huh.
I would.
Sorry, Maria Jimena, if I had had,
If I have
uh-huh,
a different name,
uh-huh,
I would.
mm-hmm,
I would have. I would have chosen
mm-hmm.
Maria Jose.
Okay, that's a cute name, Maria. Very, very good. Thank you very much, Maria Jimena. And by the way, guys, let me tell you something. Chicos, un favor muy importante. We are about to finish the class. Ya estamos a punto de terminar la clase. Cuando al final termine, por favor, no se vayan, que necesito darles un aviso muy importante. Okay? So,
Okay.
let's go on with, I want to know about Jimmy. Jimmy, what name would you have chosen if you had had a different name?
If I had a different name,
Jimmy, repeat
I
after me. Had.
had.
Mhm.
If I had a different name, I choose.
I would
I would choose.
have chosen.
Chosen. Excuse me. Santiago.
Okay, that's very nice. Santiago. And actually, Santiago, I don't know where it comes from, but Santiago sounds like Italian or something like that. I'm not sure. Okay, let's go on. For example, Floremilce, if you, what name would you have chosen if you had had a different name? Flor?
I like the name.
Okay, repeat after me. You have to answer according to the question. So if
Yes. If you had had a
if
different.
I, remember, is I. The question is with you. The answer is with I. Say that again. If I.
Okay. If I had had a different name,
Uh-huh.
would
I.
I would have chosen Smiley.
Again.
Smiley.
Smiley. Like this.
Yes. Como casi como sonrisa en inglés.
Yeah, I mean, smiley. Okay, that sounds cute, but remember that. Okay, let me help you with that. Like this, right? Flor, like this.
Yes.
Smile.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Smiley. Okay, that is a very nice name, but remember that Smiley could have um, a translation or a meaning in English. So that's a very good name, but remember that it has some particular meaning in English. For example, I have a friend and he has a particular name in English. I have a friend, the name is, yo tengo un amigo que se llama Said, pero Said se escribe like this.
Sí.
Y recuerden que Said se pronuncia said en inglés y said es el pasado del verbo say, que es el verbo decir. Entonces, it's very, very funny. It's kind of odd because
Yeah.
if he goes to United States, people is going to, for example, immigration is going to read the name and is going to say Seth, your name is Seth, like the past of say. That is weird, but okay, let's go on. So I have here Maria Jimena, Jimmy, and Flor. Now, I want that Valentina and Maria Fernanda, you are going to answer this to me. Valentina, what country would you have been born if you hadn't been born in Colombia?
Okay, teacher. If I would,
Valentina, sorry, we cannot hear you very good.
sorry. I can hear you.
Valentina, I cannot hear you.
Teacher. Hello.
Sorry, Valentina, I cannot hear you. Say that again, please.
Hello.
Yeah, a little bit. Go ahead.
Okay. I hadn't been born in Colombia.
Uh-huh.
I would have in Paris.
In what?
In Paris.
In Paris. Okay, in France.
Yes, in France.
In France,
Or
yeah.
New York.
Or what?
Or New York.
Or New York. Okay, but we are talking about countries, Valentina. Okay,
my God.
so you have to say a country like in France or in the US. That is very good. Very good. The nice thing about being born in France is that if you are from France, you can go around Europe. You just need a car and you can drive away, drive around Europe. You don't need a passport. I mean, you need a passport, but you don't need visa. So you can go to Italy, to Turkey, to Poland, to Spain, anywhere. So very, very good, Valentina. And finally, Maria Fernanda, what country would you have been born if you hadn't been born in Colombia?
If I hadn't been born in Colombia,
Uh-huh.
I would have been born in Spain.
Spain. Very, very good, very good. And it is very similar to France because, you know, Spain and France are very close together. So it's very easy. I mean, you just have to, if you go from Spain to France, you just go to the immigration and you just say, hi, I'm from Spain. And they say, hey, go ahead. That's it. It's very easy because they are very close. They are in Europe. So they are kind of friends or something like that. Okay, but very good. So guys, again, you did a very good job. Before you go, this is the homework. It's very easy. You're going to use your imagination and creativity to say 5 imaginary situations or to imagine 5 different results of something about your lives that did not happen. So what I want you to do here is that you imagine as in a very creative way. Okay, something that is very unusual, something that is very different. Okay, so that is basically the homework. I'm going to send you that through Skype. So guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So guys, we have finished for today. So I really hope you have learned a lot. So have a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Teacher, la información